With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Oh, goes the roof. Francis is gunner.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh, my God.
My God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And he's closing it, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the canvas.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
Good morning, Trash Talkers. What's up, Gruntworks Nation? Anybody else watching? We got a big fight card. We got UFC 276. And one of the guys that I actually know is fighting that I always pick and we always win money on. But anyways, we have a fun show today. Big shout out to our sponsor, FleetTex. You heard it right before the show started. And again, go to fleettex.com if you want to get a good job and you have some automotive or electrical background, and you want to maybe travel a little bit and just bust your butt and make some money, but he wants to hire veterans. So go to VeteranTrashTalk.com and, go ahead and apply. Other than that, we had a huge weekend last weekend. All right. I believe the race between the 11 Bravos and the 13s has tightened. So Joe is on a run.
Except that you didn't count the 2 points from the Volkanovski night, but whatever. I've been ahead so long, and mine will make it interesting.
Well, again, if we do the shows at nighttime, sometimes I don't remember who I assess the point.
I'll take it.
There is. But if you can show the show, we will assess the 2-point penalty. But we'll see what it is. But anyways, hey, I'm glad you guys are watching. Go to
that was a hell of a call, Buckley, by knockout. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. But go ahead and go to our store, shop.VeteranTrashTalk.com or gruntworksclothing.com. Put in the code VTTGW. Get yourself a discount. And no trash talk hours this Saturday, so you're just going to have the Saturdays for July. We're taking a little vacation. But you guys get to enjoy the fight shows. But this is where you make money. And then we got one more special thing today. You see it tagged in the description. We got Fire Department Coffee. Okay. These guys right here, they got the bourbon infused coffee. They have, there's the espresso down there that Bill drinks because that's what Fisters drink is espresso. And
pinky out.
Yeah.
Pinky out.
Pinky out. It's a fast science. Okay. Fauci told me that specifically. He told me, like, I'll show you. #Fauci. But anyways, Fire Department Coffee, they help sponsor the Warrior Ride with what Kyle was doing. So if you watch some of the videos, you saw that FDC Fire Department Coffee logo on Kyle's shirt. So they're a big supporter of veterans, first responders, and we're gonna get them on the show one of these days. But go to their coffee place and try it out. That bourbon infused coffee is awesome. That's what we're drinking. And that's why I can't shut the hell up right now, because I'm all wired up on this stuff. It's great. But anyways, with us today on the show, we got Bill, barely the champ, Send It 7 Pearson. All right, and yeah. I mean, ever since I cut one of his legs down in cornhole, all right, it's just been a downhill slide. You can tell that he needs something to boost him back up to get back on his game.
And live vicariously through that win.
Yeah, maybe Joe can keep seizing the momentum and keep it going here. But and then
something tells me we're going to do a point on this card as well.
And then we got Joe Triggered Britson. All right, so go follow him, VTT Send It 7 and VTT's Triggered Joe. Go follow them on Facebook, and they post their picks on there. And in case you missed it and all that good stuff. Now, me, the Big Earl, don't listen to me, all right? Especially not last week. I think I lost every fight I picked, but it doesn't matter, except for the ones that we agreed with. But yeah, again, I picked the clown fights. Bill and Joe, they picked the winners for you, so pay attention to them. And then stay tuned till the end, because they'll give you the DraftKings sleeper, the parlays, and their locks, which were money. Big, I'm talking big money last weekend. We took it down. All right, so let's get this show on the road. The first fight is a bantamweight fight, and you got Pedro. All right, Moonhost, 19-7 versus Sean O'Malley. All right, 15-1. Sugar Sean, and I even wrote that down because we hit a big parlay last time he fought. I think he was getting his ass whooped for the entire fight, and then just fucking knocked the dude out with like 6 seconds. Or I think did he guillotine him like with the last like 6 seconds or something like that? It was crazy.
I think he triangled a guy with a broken ankle.
Yeah, like
but then he's had leg problems since then. But I think his last fight was against Julian Paiva, and he dispatched him quickly.
Nice. All right, well, I'm gonna go with Sugar Shane here. Same type of fight, 3rd round submission, but I'm gonna go with he's gonna get his butt whooped the entire fight and then just all of a sudden win. Let's stay with the champ still. Bill, Send It 7 Pearson. What say you?
Sean O'Malley. Here's the thing. I think Pedro Munoz, this is really O'Malley's big test fight to see if he's ready for that, those top 3 guys. But believe it or not, I think Munoz is tough enough to drag this to a decision. But I think O'Malley's gonna just work him the whole time. Like I said, Pedro Munoz is great. He's a tough fighter, but he's not going to be a belt guy. And I think O'Malley, he's due to start getting title shots here pretty soon. And Munoz is that test fight to get him that title shot. So O'Malley by decision.
Nice. O'Malley by decision. And so I hope some of the other trash talkers that are on the Trash Talk Hour, i.e. Buddy and Dave, are watching. This is called product placement. Okay. When people give you stuff for free, you're supposed to show it. not drink it all before the show. Okay, that's it's just something that that whole 10th Mountain Bourbon, and then Hooten and Young. I was the only one that still had a bottle by the time the show went on. So it's like, guys, supposed to drink it there. But Joe, what say you on this fight?
And real quick, this is another one of those fights where O'Malley is known for his striking. I think he's got almost an 8-inch reach advantage on Munoz too. So I think he's just gonna whoop his ass for 3 rounds straight.
Not anybody who's a professional fighter and looks like that, he's doing it because he's like, I could beat up anybody. So, all right, Joe, your show.
I'm not gonna lock this one up. I'm pretty confident in O'Malley, and I see him going to decision. But the number that jumps out at me is this: Pedro Munoz. 0 times has he been finished. Sean O'Malley, he's been finished once by the $1 Million Miracle Kick that Cheeto Vera hit him with. Other than that, he's never been close to being finished. Okay, Sean's got that supreme reach advantage. But Pedro's is a banger, man. He was whipping Dominic Cruz's ass and damn near finished him, which is saying something. So this is a huge step up for Sean. And, contender or pretender, and there's a lot of haters out there, and I think O'Malley knows it, and I think he wants to put on a show and shut him up. But I agree with Bill that Munoz is going to be tough enough to go the distance. So I think the money play here, and I've had a hot hand on these lately, is going the distance. O'Malley's pretty expensive. I got him by decision. I think he's going to put on a striking clinic. Munoz maybe steals around and brawls for a little bit, but after that, Sean lives off his jab and his kicks, and Munoz won't be able to get inside on that. So I got Sean unanimous decision, and I'm probably playing this fight to go the over.
Awesome. And now remember, guys, when I'm picking my fights, I researched this at I think 30 minutes ago. I picked these fights, so I took a lot of time and effort and just scribbled some shit down. But the next one is a welterweight fight, and we got this is what confused me, you experts. All right, is it like Robbie Lawler, like the old announcer for like the WWF? Like what?
Thinking of Jerry the King.
Okay, Jerry Lawler. Are they related? They got to be. We're just going to say yes. All right, we're just going to say yes. All right, so he's related. 29-15 versus Barbarina. Like, isn't there a song Barbarina? But it's about a chick. Okay, 17-8. So this was a pretty easy one for me. If you ever fight with somebody named Lawler, all right, you're going to go down. All right, especially if he's an older guy than you, because old men always win. So I'm going to go old man, and Lawler's just the kind of name that will win this fight with a fish hook. So I'm going fish hook, second round, KO, not submission, KO. I'm going to knock him out with a fish hook. I'll kill him probably. But Joe, what say you?
I hate this fight, man. I really hate picking against Robbie, especially with a guy like Barbarina. But oh my God, something in my gut's telling me that Barbarina knows he's got to make this thing boring and maul him and take. Robbie's shown in the past that he can be wrestled into a very boring loss. God Almighty, I hate picking against him. I was at his last fight. And if you look up the stats against a 38-year-old out of shape and didn't want to be there, Nick Diaz, Robbie was getting outstruck in every category. He broke Nick's nose. Nick didn't want to continue anymore. I was 50 feet away and grateful to be there, but that was still a very, very undecided fight at the moment. Nick could have very easily walked away with a decision win after taking, 5 years off? So, man, I'm going to roll with the upset here and say Barbarina wins the decision. But I'm probably not betting this fight. But I'm gonna go Barbarina decision.
Barbarina decision. Okay, champ. What say you? Uh-oh, he got a little head shake. We got a little head shake in the monitor.
I got a head shake because I too hate this fight. I mean, I'll say up front, go nowhere near this fight betting. I don't know. I mean, like Joe said, I think Barbarina could just drag this into a boring ass fight. Robbie did beat Nick Diaz, but it wasn't that impressive of a fight. Nick Diaz had no business being in that ring. And before that, he lost 4 in a row. And 3 of those were decisions. He took Donald Cerrone to a decision, and Cerrone's chin hasn't been the same 5 years.
Robbie has never known what to do on the ground. Let's just say that.
He
got subbed by a bulldog choke by Ben Askren.
I'll go with Joe on this one. I think this will be a very boring decision of Barberina just doing the lay and pray. But again, yeah, Barberina decision. But again, go nowhere near this fight with your money. Just stay away from it. It's going to be a horrible fight. Has no business being on the main card. There's 3 fights on the prelims and
Del Turner.
I would have stuck in this, but
Duplessis
Joe, Joe, don't get triggered. But I just have a feeling you're going to send me like 3 or 4 bet slips today. And there's going to be one that's like a 14 fighter, and it's going to have this fight on here, and that's the only one we're going to lose. Watch, you're going to do it.
It's possible. It's plausible.
Tell everybody to stay away from like Joe if you just want to listen to yourself.
I do the same thing, Joe. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, we all do. It's like I don't want to touch this one. I'm still going to bet on it.
God.
All right. Did I cut you off, Bill, or did you say what was going to happen?
No, yeah, Barberina decision, but stay away from it. So.
All right. Okay. Now to the next one. We got Strickland. I didn't write down what kind of fight this was because I probably didn't care. What's the weight class for this one?
Middleweight.
All right. Oh yeah, this is who should be fighting maybe the winner of the main card, right? They usually do that on the UFCs, like the next up and comers.
That is exactly right. The winner of this probably gets a title shot.
I'm learning. See, I'm learning. You got Strickland, 25-3, going against. I couldn't believe this guy was on the fight card. Okay, Perrier. He's the son of the guy who owns that water company. All right. So those don't know that. So he's spoiled, and he's been training with the best supplements, the best water. All right. So I'm going Perrier, the water guy, by waterboarding submission first round. Bill, what say you?
Waterboarding submission. I kind of like that one.
Son of the Water King. So,
all right.
Science.
Honestly, out of the main card, this one has me the most worried on which way it could go. However, I think the UFC is putting a lot of chips behind Pereira, not Perrier. Pereira. I think Pereira is the bigger
French,
dude.
one's Brazilian.
Yeah, you know. You got your info
Strickland
wrong.
was doing a lot of shit talking to Adesanya. If you watch the little pre-fight interviews where they have him on the stage, he's trying to build himself up to get a title shot, which I would too, because Adesanya gets you a paycheck. However, I'm making Pereira also my DraftKings sleeper. I think Pereira pulls this one off. He's underdog. I think he's a plus 115, the latest I checked. It might have changed a little bit here, going off DraftKings sleeper odds. But I got Pereira by TKO. I think he's going to come in, and I think he's going to go for a finish. I think he's going to get it, actually. He's just got to be careful to not let it go to the ground. Because I think Strickland, if he goes to the ground, will just do another lay and pray and stay on top of him. But if it stays standing, Pereira wins this one all day. So I got Pereira by TKO early in the third.
All right, those of you, thanks for tuning in and watching. A lot of people are popping in and out. Come on and say who you think is going to win. All right, and tell us where you're watching from. And again, we are sponsored by FleetTex. Okay, FleetTex.com. Go there if you need a job. All right, FleetTex.com. He wants to hire veterans. All right, Joe, what say you?
Yeah, I've been rolling Strickland all week, and I wasn't super confident in the bet. And I saw the weigh-ins, and at the weigh-ins, Pereira just looked, oh my God. He looked like concrete standing next to cake batter, for one.
Yeah.
And would look much bigger. He's got a 3-inch reach. Dude, I think Pereira's getting slept on. And I think it's because of his lack of MMA experience. But keep in mind, the UFC does not want Sean Strickland to win this fight. He's boring. No one's going to buy a pay-per-view for Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya. You say Pereira Adesanya 3, everyone's buying. It's gonna go through the roof because Pereira is the last guy to knock out.
Yes.
He's got a 3-inch reach advantage, and I
did he knock him out in a different league or something?
K1 kickboxing.
Real early in their careers.
Izzy started out as a kickboxer in China, and they fed him to other fighters. He was meat. By the time he left, he was nicknamed the Black Dragon in 75-4 in 79 fights. So he took that as, all right, you want to throw me in there with the best, I'm going to beat the best. And he did. So Pereira is that dangerous. He's knocked out Israel Adesanya, slept him. And I think that they want that rematch so bad. I want to see it. and maybe I'm betting with my heart here, but I think that he catches Strickland, and I think he puts him out. I think it's going to be a knee. I think he's going to wobble him. Excuse the truck. Hang on. I think he's going to wobble him. Strickland's going to panic shoot because he is a wrestler. All right, people forget Strickland's a wrestler. He's going to panic shoot, catch a knee, and face plant, and good night. I say it happens in the second round. So I got Pereira as my DraftKings sleeper also, and winning by KO. And I think you're going to see that rematch with Izzy real soon.
Awesome. That's going to be a paycheck.
All right.
And remember, when we hit this fight, everyone's picking Strickland.
Okay, yeah, maybe Kevin, we should bookmark what time this is on the show. Kevin's got to do something with that. I'm 4-0
right on my last 4 DraftKings sleepers. That's all right. Winning outright.
And Kevin just posted in Gruntworks that he's got a $10 allowance for us to make him $1 million by the end of the year. So
$1 million by the end of the year. Well, then, Kevin, you better start betting on the Big Earl. All right, that's the only way that's going to happen. But chances are you're going to.
You better start betting. You better have the stones to bet a plus 3,000.
Yeah,
straight up.
You better find a fish hook odds close. So, all right, but no, Kevin is the VTT's Celtic Warrior, so go follow him as well. He's got a lot of funny videos and he talks funny, so it's good. All right, the next one is the co-main, and we have Volkanovski. It's a featherweight fight. I don't like those ones, right? Those are little guys. All right, Volkanovski at 24-1 versus the Hawaiian native Max Holloway. And again, I usually get pretty funny with my picks, but Max Holloway was super cool the one time I got to meet him, and real nice to the girls and everything like that. Took some photos, and I didn't even know who he was, right? So everybody's like, you just were shooting the shit with Max Holloway. I was like, nope. But anyways, that I met him, so I know this guy. He's gonna win. That's how I judge my fights. If I met you and I like you, you don't lose. So Max Holloway by victory. I'm gonna go decision. Joe, what say you?
This fight, I've done more research on this one than I have in a long time. Because I think the type of greatness that Max possesses, he knows if he goes down 3-0, he can't talk about this anymore. He can't. There's nothing he'll be able to say. So I know Max is going to throw the kitchen sink at Volk. But with as sharp as Volk looked, and as close as he came to losing his belt against Ortega, and then to just brutalize Ortega's face the way he did, and then sleeps the Korean zombie. Well, I'm sorry, he didn't sleep him. The ref stepped in to protect the Korean zombie from himself, but he murked him. So I think that Volk, I'm going to go ahead and say Volk wins by decision, but I'm also going to lay a bet on this fight to go under the distance because I think both guys are going to come out guns blazing rather than I don't think Max wants to see another one go to the cards. He's had 2 very close fights, one that I think he definitely probably should have won a split decision on. One I think Volk won. So I believe this series should be 1-1. And I think Max is scared to let it go to the judges. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at Volk. Volk's going to throw it back. And it's hard to see Max getting finished in any way. But I am going to take this fight under the distance in one of my parlays. But my pick's going to be Volk by decision just because that's the logical. But the money's going to be with under the distance.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that breakdown, Joe. You sounded like you didn't sound like the big girl. All right, Bill, what say you?
Ditto. I think Volk wins by decision. I'm with Joe. A lot of people are with Joe. A lot of people do think Max should have won that second fight in a split. I agree. Max is a great boxer, but the way Volk looked against Korean Zombie was amazing. He put on an absolute clinic against one of the toughest dudes in that division. And he just keeps getting better. And even you got to think about that entire camp is insane. Just the people that fight out of that gym is Volkanovski, Dan Hooker, Duplessis, Kai Kara France, and Adesanya. That's all coming out of the same gym. So think about who Volk's training partners are on a daily basis. But like I said, Max is just too tough to get finished. Joe's got a point. I think both these guys are going to come out guns blazing, and that might result in somebody getting caught and going under the distance. But I think the respect is also there too, where they know they might not be able to just come out guns blazing that first round. So I'm going to go with Volk decision. I just don't see Holloway winning this. And if it goes to the cars, Volk's going to win. I mean, it's hard to take the belt away from somebody in a decision, but I got Volkanovski decision just based on Holloway's toughness. I just don't see Holloway being finished. So Volkanovski decision.
All right. Joey, it looks like you want to come back with a rebuttal.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I think the thing that people also need to remember is look at their last fights, because your last fight really does define how good your next camp's going to be. And Yair got off on Max way too much for my comfort level. If he's going to let Volk strike like that, I think he's going to have a real problem. And Volk just blew through Chan Sung Jung. I mean, it took no damage whatsoever and made quick work of him. And Max goes to decision with Yair and looks like a bloodbath on his face happens. So I don't know. I think the damage he took in his last fight also is going to show, and Volk even said that. So, yeah.
All right. Hey, before we get to the main event, the one that is going to be awesome. Again, big shout out to Fire Department Coffee. I'll put these things up here again. Remember, guys, when you start a show that people start to watch, like Veteran Trash Talk, people start sending you stuff. All right.
And I'll say that bourbon infused coffee is amazing.
They give it to you for free and they have you sample it. The only thing you risk set at the Veteran Trash Talk is we'll tell you when it sucks. Okay. So, but this does not suck. This bourbon infused coffee, my house smells amazing today. And it tastes great. It's phenomenal. So, and they also, again, we're big supporters of them as well, because they helped out Kyle finish his Warrior Ride with the Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation. I know you guys kind of followed that, but they were a big help with that. And again, our sponsor, FleetTechs. Go to fleetechs.com, FLEET-TECHS. All right, and go apply for a job if you're hurting for some money and you want to bust your butt, work hard. And he wants to hire veterans who have integrity and bust their butt. So go apply and go make some money. Okay, the main event. And we got, let me see here. Adesanya, it's a middleweight fight, 22-1. Old Israel versus Jared Cannonier at 15-5. Now, this isn't a tough fight to pick out realistically, because we all know who's going to win. But it's hard to pick against a guy named Cannon. And those of you who don't know, we have a friend. Joe and I have a friend that we effectively named his kid for him. He said, I'm having a boy. What should I name him? I said, you name him Cannon. And he's like, what for? I go, because if he's playing football, you pick him a linebacker, and here comes Cannon, right? And if he's a pitcher or catcher, it's Cannon.
He's got a cannon.
It's an automatic recruiting tool, because they're going to read the paper, be like, Cannon. Oh, they call this guy Cannon. They're like, that's actually his name. But anyways, there we go. I'm not going with Cannon. That story was
useless.
The
best part is the middle name is That's Right.
Yeah.
His name is Cannon. That's right.
That's right. Yeah. But I'm going to stick with Adesanya since I started watching the UFC a little bit more than usual. He's been my favorite fighter. He's been my favorite guy to watch in press conferences. Like when he says, you think I hit people on accident? All that shit's surgical. I was like, I like this guy. All right. That was one. And then the other one is when Joe Rogan was trying to get canceled by all you fucking fruitcakes.
Yeah.
All right. When Adesanya went on there and told you exactly how Joe Rogan is and who he is. And anybody who wants to disagree with that, I want you little liberal fruitcakes to go fucking say something to him. All right. No, he's an awesome dude. I'm going Adesanya by throat punch, second round. Bill, the champ.
Honestly, that's very possible. So I got Adesanya. I mean, he's one of my locks as well. I think Cannonier is a great challenger. I mean, especially since he used to fight at light heavyweight, so he's the bigger dude. He's going to hit a little harder. But Adesanya is that once in a generation great fighter. He just is. Adesanya makes me feel bad for Whitaker, to be honest with you. I think Whitaker would be the belt holder in that division if it just wasn't for Adesanya. It's just that guy that's just hard to beat. It's kind of like how I feel about Colby Covington. I think it would be a belt holder, but he's just got Usman in front of him. That's a hard hurdle to get over. But I think Cannonier is probably one of the best challengers for Adesanya right now until Pereira gets up there. He's the bigger guy, he hits harder. But Adesanya is just, it's like fighting a ghost. He just comes at you from weird angles. Nick said it. I mean, he's just a surgical striker. And he's shown he can do well against the bigger guys, against the wrestlers too. But I mean, there's been a few times they put in the big, massive jack dudes, and Adesanya's just worked them. And Adesanya again has the reach advantage. I think it's only like 3 inches, but he's got the reach advantage, which that's insane.
Enough for him.
Yeah, I mean, for someone who's that surgical and that precise, that's a lot. So I got Adesanya, but I think Cannonier doesn't get finished a lot. He's a tough dude. So I actually got Adesanya. I actually have this going to the decision. I think Adesanya puts on a clinic, but I think Cannonier's chin is just that good to drag this out to a decision. So Adesanya by decision, and that's one of my locks.
Nice. Hey, we have somebody watching who's been MIA for like the last friggin' 2 months. The Stone Vet is back on the thread, so hopefully he's got all of his housing situation squared away, and he can get back on. Because hey, Juan, you get way more downloads off of our platform, so you should probably get back on the VTT train. Just saying. But no, he puts out really good stuff. The Stone Vet. Usually we're doing Marine Corps Wednesdays, and it's a good time. So when he comes back and starts doing podcasts again, we welcome you with open arms. Joe, what say you on the main event?
I got the same. As much as I would like to see Izzy pull off a KO here, I see, there's one thing that people aren't taking into account, and that's that Jared Cannonier has an 80% takedown rate. I could see him stealing 2 rounds and making it boring. And, Izzy's proven that he will go to the decision with guys, especially bigger guys. Paulo Costa, I think, was a fluke as far as his talent. I think he was way overrated. And obviously that was a beautiful shot. But I think with some of these bigger guys, they've been able to withstand it. He's got 7 decision wins. So I think Cannonier's chin's too good. His wrestling's too good. I don't think he gets finished, but I say Izzy wins 3 rounds to 2 or 4 rounds to 1. And so both belt holders holding their belt, and Izzy's one of my locks.
Boom. There you have it. Let's stay with Joe because he's been on the hot streak. All right, Joe, give us your locks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
All right, my DraftKings sleeper is Pereira. I think everybody's sleeping on him, and I think the money play there is Pereira by TKO or points, and should see a nice boost on that one. But my locks are going to be Izzy, Volk, and where is he at? Muniz over Uriah Hall. I think that's fight's going to the ground, and Uriah Hall's getting tapped out like he does when he goes there. He gives his back up. You do that against this guy, you're going to sleep. So my parlay is Macy Barber. Then Muniz over Hall, Andre Muniz. I kept wanting to call him Pedro because that's Munoz, but okay. So we're going Macy Barber, Andre Muniz, Driscus Duplessis, Ian Gary, Jim Miller, and then both champs, Volk and Izzy. I can say that again because it was 7.
I got it. I was able to get it all down. Now, is that Jim Miller, the old quarterback for the Bears? He got like 60 years old.
Yeah, he's got a good sub game though.
Yeah. got a wicked overhead right with that cannon over there. But
there goes the cannon again.
Yeah. All right. So who are your locks? Did we get your locks?
Yeah. Started off with them. Both champs, and then Andre Muniz. Okay. We got 3 locks.
Nice. All right, Bill. Give us the locks, the DraftKings sleeper, and the parlays.
We are almost exactly the same.
We lost a lot of money last time you guys did that.
I just threw in a different fight than the Jim Miller one. but I'll get to it. So DraftKings sleeper Pereira again. Joe and I both think everybody's sleeping on this dude, and Dana White is begging for him and Adesanya to fight again.
A lot of people want to
locks,
see Sean Strickland go to sleep.
Yeah, and then the locks again, both champs, Volkan Adesanya. Parlay. I'm gonna go with both champs, Adesanya, Volkanovski. I'm gonna work in reverse than Joe. Going down, I actually got O'Malley in there. I think O'Malley pulls off a win. Duplessis for sure. Macy Barber is also in there. Ian Gary also. I agree with Joe. Throw Ian Gary in there. He's another great hype coming out of Ireland. But the different fight I also threw in there. I think Jalen Turner is a great parlay to throw in there.
Yeah, it's good money too.
Yeah, so put in Adesanya, Volkanovski, O'Malley, Duplessis, Gary, Turner, and Barber. If I threw it in there, Macy Barber.
You did. I like it.
All right, very nice, very nice. Hey, because there's no trash talk hour, now I won't get to talk for 30 minutes today. And I have to hear myself talk, so otherwise my whole weekend's shot. The whole point of Veteran Trash Talk, we thank all you guys for watching and on Gruntworks, wherever you're tuning in from. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, the whole point of our community is to support each other and lower the veteran and active duty suicide rate, and also partner with as many nonprofits as we can. All right, so that we can get you to the care, the mental health care, get your Gold Star families, which we'll give Bill the last word on that with his organization that he's partners with. But we're here to take care of each other. And I'm gonna say something with the way things are going on, with the way the media fires all you motherfuckers up, okay, without just taking that emotional intelligence to chill out. Okay, the same thing I always said when I was in the Army and in charge of people. I always said, you guys are my family. And I go, and I don't always agree with everybody in my family. I used to get in fights with my brother. Okay, so sometimes I might not agree with you and knock your ass out, right? And it's like, but I'm going to go to bat for you, all right, anytime that I can. So again, especially in our group, VTT Official, all right, you don't have to agree with anybody, all right? Just keep scrolling. And it's kind of where it goes into. Like, Buddy says it the best. We're not saying you don't have PTSD from fireworks. We're just really confused why. Okay, because fireworks are cool as fuck. All right, and
boom boom.
Yeah, and Bill does a lot of boom booms. All right, like Ryan Hendrickson had a boom boom go off really freaking close multiple times to him. Right, and I'm sure he can still drink a beer and watch a firework go off. All right, so again, July 4th is not a secret. Like, if you got that kind of problem, don't expect everybody else to now just bend the knee to you. All right, go camping somewhere. All right, just like go somewhere else. All right, and if you live in a town full of, it's not racist, guys, we don't cancel people here, but if you live in a town full of Asians on New Year's, right, you might want to go somewhere else. Okay, because they're gonna blow that whole damn street up. Okay, just think about it. All right, keep that emotional intelligence, and anytime you say veterans, okay, remember, I'm a veteran. You, or as Joe would say, veteran. Okay, you now represent all of us. Okay, and not all of us agree with you. Okay, some of us love drinking a beer and watching fireworks go off, because at any time my PTSD aspects of it, like my anxiety or my fear, get triggered, I'm just always looking for the next McDonald's around the corner, right? Because you know what, I am nowhere near in danger when there's a McDonald's around. Okay, that's just the way it is. All right, you're in America, you're back home. I'm not saying you shouldn't get some triggers when you hear loud explosions, especially unexpected ones, but bro, chill. Okay, just calm the fuck down. That's all I'm gonna say to you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, no trash talk hour for the month of July, so enjoy the month. Enjoy the holiday. If you do struggle, reach out on the page. Okay, reach out on VTT Official, and we will we'll help you through it. We got people that like to give hugs, and we got people that like to give right hand, hooks. So depending on what you need, we can give anything you want. All right, Bill, last word.
Two things. Hey, great speech, by the way. I couldn't have said it better. God, sometimes people just need to shut the fuck up. But anyway, hey, again, if you're looking to donate money and you want to support the children of our fallen, go to goldstarteenadventures.org. Great organization. They're doing all types of stuff I'm about to post more stuff in the VTT official page. They take all our Gold Star kids and take them on fishing trips, hunting trips, deep sea fishing, deep sea diving, scuba diving. They take all these kids, get them together, remind them they're not alone and they're not forgotten. So please go to Gold Star Teen Adventures and donate a couple bucks. That all goes towards those kids.
All right, we will see you guys. Is there a fight next Saturday, or are they taking a week off?
Should be a fight night.
Okay, a fight night. So if
Should
there's
be
a
a
fight
fight
night next
night.
Saturday, we'll see ya. Most likely Friday night.
Hey, happy 4th, Trash Talkers.
All right. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by Vtt. Vtt is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. Vtt specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.vtex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. Vtt proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.